cheerleader.
Oh, was it? Sorry. So hi guys. Is anyone here? Hi. Okay. So this is our show.
This is our first show. This is actually my first Facebook Live.
First Facebook Live.
We're making it happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Tanya. And she has been a realtor in the Ann Arbor area for 15 years.
Yes. In the top 5%.
Oh, yeah, mind you.
Top 5%.
And so one day I said, I've got a bunch of questions.
Yep.
That I want to ask you, Tanya. So let's do it on Facebook Live.
And Kerin and Martina and I have a long history. We've all been teachers together for over a decade, almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
And Kerin has, we've all owned property.
Yes. Yes.
Plural.
Multiple homes.
Yes.
And
Ourselves.
And there's a lot of responsibility, but of course there's always questions. There's tons of questions. And of course, what do I think of? I think Tanya! She has all the answers. She knows this area. She's been here for so long that she knows the teachers, she knows the schools, she knows Ann Arbor like the back of her hand.
So do they. So I mean, we're really having. So do they. Like because we're
Yes.
all we all know a lot of the. Oh, I forgot to do
And
this.
actually, I know all of.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So what we were saying is that I want to finish talking about you, Kerin and Martina, because so we've known each other for a really long time, and Kerin has lived in both Michigan and you lived someplace in between California. Was it Pittsburgh or Philadelphia?
Pittsburgh.
It was Pittsburgh. And so she's done travel and well, you don't travel too, but she's done she's had to move through different states with a baby.
So she's familiar with different areas.
That's true.
Yeah, and
Holly
she
was 2 weeks old.
yeah.
Hayden and Hill Appreciation.
She loves to sing.
They were like, "Can we do music?" And I was like,
No.
and then she was like, "But I can sing." And I was like, "You can't sing." So
Miranda sings. Do you guys know Miranda sings? Oh, look, someone's here. Susan Samuels. Hello, Susan.
Okay. So the thing also that Kerin has in her back pocket is that both her father and her grandfather were real estate brokers. So she
has grown up.
Yeah,
in the industry.
she just gets this naturally. But what Kerin is doing with this right now is she's doing decorating and style and
creative
marketing
And client services.
Yeah,
Right.
things like that. So but the main thing about Kerin is kind of unstoppable. If you haven't noticed already,
Absolutely. She
I
gets
watch her.
results,
Yeah,
She
her
is a
energy is
go-getter,
just.
and she will make it happen for you.
Don't tell anyone. I'm just joking. Tell everyone.
So she makes this happen. She's unstoppable. And
Okay, can I talk about you now?
Nope. But let's talk about Martina. So
Martina!
So Martina is on her way to becoming a property investor.
Absolutely. I've got a goal.
But Martina,
We all need goals, right? You better
Martina
have a goal.
No one cares about your
What's
dreams.
your goal? You better have
Right.
a goal.
Martina
I
always.
want to help you with that goal. So what is your goal?
Oh, and Martina's also bilingual too. So, and I think that it's important that you read your contracts in your native language, or at least you have somebody translate something
Absolutely.
from English.
Because
into,
language can be tricky.
Yeah, it can be. And that one little thing that, that one little thing.
That one little thing.
Yeah.
Trick you
So,
up.
we want to make sure that people are fully understanding what it is that.
You have a Spanish teacher, an ESL teacher, a social studies, economics teacher.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I thought I had a hole in my pit, but I put it.
So the one thing though that I think is really
We're
important
just regular people.
for all of us, for all of our watchers, viewers, is that it is absolutely possible to own a home, or multiple homes as a single person.
Oh, yeah. This is one of my favorite topics in life. If I hear one more lady, actually, this isn't what we're supposed to be talking about, but so if I hear one more lady say, oh, I can't buy a house right now because, you know, I'm waiting to get married. You know, I want to have a man. You know, I can't own a house by myself. Because you can do exactly what that dude does when something goes wrong with his house. You can pick up the phone and you can hire it out.
No one's waiting for a man.
But
Not that I don't like men.
you know, but I mean, and it's great. I mean, and you know, housemates and partners and all those different things that people decide, you know, to do. But I definitely think that sometimes our house is our longest relationship in our life, and more importantly, no, really, because think about it. People pass away. People they you know,
go to college, they leave you as an empty nester, and then you have to downsize.
Downsizing,
upsizing, having a baby.
Yep,
you?
Yep, and they move through, and you still have the house.
Death, birth, divorce,
marriage,
all of those reasons. Yep. Give us a call.
So, well, I mean, you know, we do. That's, you know, we're answering the phone all day. So definitely, we just want to make sure that ladies aren't waiting to increase their financial position, because when you buy a house, what happens is I call it, you stop the bleeding, right? Because when you're renting, let's say you're renting for like $1,000 or $2,000 a month. Mm-hmm. That's between $12,000 and $24,000 a year that you just like hand it to somebody else to help make them rich.
And they're pocketing it, and you have nothing to show for it.
And then every year they're going to raise it on you like 10% or something like that. I don't know. Maybe
so if you're in that situation, perhaps you could come to us and we can
stop the bleeding. So,
what we want, there are options. There are definitely options.
Yeah, and you know, but you have to ask the questions. Yeah. Oh, so that's why we're here. We want to make sure that people are feeling comfortable asking questions. So we'll be back, you know, every month. But right now, I also want to mention that just imagine, like Martina, you're like, I remember when Martina. Well, we and Martina went to college together, so I definitely remember her before she owned property. I remember when her. You know, it's hilarious. So we're well, actually, we kind of some of us left and came back. I know. That's the song she wanted to play. Yeah, and I was like, no, and she said, I'm going to sing that song. She sang that song. So what we want to make sure that we're mentioning is people buy a house when they're ready to buy a house. When it's a good time for them.
Okay, so if I just say I sold my house now, the market is high, right? They say sell high, buy low, but the market is the market, right? So how am I going to sell high and buy low unless I'm coming home, Mom? I don't think she's watching. I forgot to tell my mom to watch.
So
she welcomed you back then. Your mom is such a sweetie.
Yeah, but I don't think. But
how do you buy? How do you sell high and
okay? So
low?
you can't.
What?
You can't. Hold on. This is a big one. You didn't.
That was the stumper.
Drop the bomb. She dropped the bomb on.
All right, you gotta stop it. You gotta give me 1.5 seconds or minutes on this one to answer this one. That's a challenging question. That's not the easy one. Okay, so you can't buy low and sell. Stop! You can't make me laugh.
Okay, sorry. Go. Explain it.
You can't buy low and sell high unless you have multiple properties, because the market ebbs and flows every 7 to 10 years. So you would have to buy it and then move into an apartment, or maybe you went away to, you know, another country for a couple years and you came back and the market had changed. But it ebbs and flows every 5 to. So it's hard to do unless you have multiple properties. Usually, if you're able to take advantage of the buy low sell high situation, it's because you're renting them out to other people.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So and by the way, did I say again? You know, if you're renting, every year your rent is increasing, right? And so it keeps on increasing. So you can't really. That's what messes up your finances, ladies. What you want to be able to do is you want to be able to say, my mortgage payment is $1,350 a month, and that's just what it is, and it doesn't change. And you know that for the next 5 to 10 years,
and you have to budget.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it does.
Yeah. How long have you had your house?
5 years.
How long have you had your house?
5 years? No, like maybe like 7. No,
they say people move about every 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
When do you guys think about moving? See, there it is. Yeah. Kerin, well, okay.
Not now.
They just want to buy more property. You're thinking about buying something else.
I want a sunshare.
But it's only for 3 months of the year here in Michigan, so.
Yeah, I just moved last year. So yeah, but here's the thing though.
Within Ann Arbor.
I understand that you want to buy low, sell high, and you want to make money on your property and things like that.
However, I do think that does happen more often than not.
What do you mean?
The buy low, sell high, right? You will make a profit.
Oh, you
So
just need to,
buying
if you keep your
houses,
property for like
when you
5
buy
years
a
or for
home,
10 years,
exactly.
you're good.
Oh,
It's
right.
You know,
going
just,
to
yeah.
but
But
more
more,
value.
well, and
Really
hopefully you
nice.
had some sort of down payment. If you didn't, we can talk about that too. There's options on that one too. But here, the bottom line on that one, though, the most important thing on that is, I've been doing this for a long time. What did I say, like 14 and a half years or something like that?
I said 15.
Okay,
I
so
rounded up.
you're on. Okay,
Who's
so
the math teacher?
Science, chemistry. There's a lot of different people out there who I have met, and a lot of different people I've serviced, and I only have serviced a small percentage of my clients who were buying because it was a good time to buy. Because when it was the best time to buy in 2006, most people were scared to buy. Right. They were like, "Oh no, but the market is going down." I'm like, and the people who did buy, they made like $100,000.
We're never sure what was about to happen.
And then the people who were able to sell when it was high, like right now, they're not usually selling because, I can make money on my house. That's not usually why people make that decision. People are making this decision, again, back to what we were saying in the beginning, because somebody was, somebody got married. Somebody had kids. Somebody got divorced. There was a change in the family
dynamics,
right?
Downsizing, right?
And then
empty nesters.
In college.
I'm gonna put empty nesters.
That's the college, empty nesters, and and, people pass away. There's estate sales and things like that too. I mean, it happens. So.
Marriage, kids,
but the bottom line when it comes to like buying a house in America, buying a house is the American dream. So
let's make it happen for you.
Hey, I see you.
Thanks for coming.
So buying a house is the American.
So I guess that I also want to know is why should I hire an agent? Because a lot of times, sell by owner, or there's other options. Obviously, why should I get an agent, Tanya?
Okay, so
she's got an answer.
I do.
She just likes dramatic pauses.
Buyer's agents are free. That's the first reason you should buy an agent, is because it's like an agent is like having a personal assistant. Like they can be looking for the houses for you while you're at work. I mean, honestly, I keep you like swinging for reasons.
And we like to shop for you. I never liked to shop until I was in Neiman Marcus, and then they said, "Oh, what's your size? Oh, where are you going? Oh, we'll bring you all of these things to you instead of you having to look around the store." That's like us. I like that. Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to look around. Like it's like, no,
well, you can take me there. Okay.
I'm
so,
saying that's the
California.
Hiring an agent, right? It's like you're gonna have someone specifying things for you, because most people don't like to shop.
And the most important reason to hire a real estate agent,
that's shopping.
So that's like.
So you do like that? You like to shop for house, not for clothes.
No. So the most important reason to hire an agent is because the shopping is the easy part. That's the easiest part of the whole situation.
It's hard. Are you kidding?
Don't you want to have an agent that you're going to have the most fun with? That's
because there's so many options.
You guys
You need to have somebody who knows where everything is at.
So we're about 15 minutes into our program, and I agreed to do this for 22 minutes. So I just want to make sure that when it comes to the answer of why do you need an agent?
Okay.
Number one, you got a room full of teachers. I know, right? Just say it all.
Why?
Okay. Why do you need an agent? Number one is because the shopping is the easy part, right? We got that.
Shopping.
We said it 5 times. The shopping is the easy part. So number 2, there are contracts involved with buying a house. Can you write down the contracts? We don't use a lawyer in Michigan. They use lawyers in other states. All right. Number 3.
Okay.
You have to understand the values. You have to understand understand the values of the different neighborhoods. I work in Ann Arbor. A lot of my clients are surgeons, they're college professors, they're very intelligent people, they're highly intelligent, and they could do my job. But the thing is, a surgeon, a brain surgeon, he does that job every single day. So it's really easy for him by the time that he doesn't dabble in brain surgery. So as a real estate agent, because I do this every single day, I really understand these things like the back of my hand. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to crunch the numbers. But with clients, I think that it's really important that clients also have the opportunity to understand everything that we as agents understand so that they can make their own decisions.
When is the best time to buy? Because I want to have multiple properties. So
I think the best time to buy is when you stay at home with your mom for 10 years and you save up 40 grand.
Not trying to be funny or anything, but no, really, those are my favorite clients. Like, these are real products. Those are real people you're talking about. Like, those kids actually exist because we actually exist because we had a recession around like 2006, 2010. They couldn't even get jobs, and since they couldn't get jobs, they were staying at home with their parents because it was tough. Oh yeah, I'm 26 years old, coming up to me with like $40,000, $100,000, and I'm like, yeah, they just stayed at home. They got regular jobs and they banked it. But you know what? The biggest thing is that a lot of people don't. Some people know how to save. Like some people know how to just like really scrimp. Like they know how to just not spend money. They go outside and they just don't spend money.
That was my grandparents.
Okay, you know,
my grandma, they lived through the Depression, so they would take soap, little pieces of soap, and put them together, and they would make bigger pieces of soap.
So I wanted to finish the part about you, Kerin. So the reason why you're hanging out in real estate land here.
I like houses. I like money.
And this is supposed to be a show on investing today, like different questions that investors might have. And I don't want to go too deep into investing. And let's talk about when do you get an agent, okay? Because when you buy a house, that's particular and specific to each individual. A person buys a house when they're ready to buy a house. That's just what people do. I don't care what the market is doing, whether it's ebbing and flowing or not.
You're right. Unless you have multiple houses and that's what you're like out to do. You have tons of cash and you're like, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of houses with cash. And in that case, that's a wholesaling. And
well, let's talk about people at that level, right? So, okay, so I'm a regular person. I'm a regular I'm a regular person, and a regular person is sitting in the middle of a normal day, and they're not always watching the real estate market, right? But an investor always is. So if you think that you might, well, that's my job, and it's fun, and I'm kind of obsessed about houses. But if you go forward and you know that you're going to go ahead and you're going to buy a house within like a year or two, or you think that you might buy one in 5 years even, you should probably start scoping out the different areas and what are the amenities and the qualities and, you know, like we live in Ann Arbor. Right, you have to do all of that. So I think, and then somebody else said, when do you get a real estate agent? And I think that you should get a real estate agent as soon as you think that you want to start watching the market. Because I know we're watching Zillow and, those are fine and everything. But
those are tools, and we recommend using tools.
But the buyer's agent's free.
You can use a calculator.
Yeah, so call your teacher.
Learn how to call today.
If you think that you're going to move at any point in time, then you should just go ahead and you should call immediately.
A friend of mine recently just said, I'm buying this house, and I was like, oh, congratulations, that's so big. And then this person said, oh, that I buy lots of houses. And I was like, well, I buy a lot of shoes, but I don't.
So if you are considering buying a house and you want somebody to talk to over the 6 months, 1 year, 2 years that it takes for you to buy a house, it's nice to have somebody that you can have to consult with during the time. And there's no pressure.
No pressure. It's time to end the video with Tanya, Kerin, and Martina. Thank you for coming.